Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the Zipline Wallbounce tutorial. I've gotten a lot of comments recently asking how to perform this movement tech, so I'm gonna give it my best shot and hopefully you guys enjoy. So to break this down for you guys, the first step is going to just be crouching off the zipline. So some tips for this, you want to look as high up as possible. So in streamer building, you're going to look at the square. Then all you're going to do is grab the zipline, turn around, and hit crouch. So technically it's not a requirement to look all the way up on the zip. As you can see here, I'm looking in the middle and hitting the zipline crouch just fine. However, this method requires you to turn extremely quickly. Unless you're a high sensitivity gamer, most of the time you're just going to hit the wall underneath you because you simply can't turn fast enough. By grabbing the zipline from a higher point, you don't need to turn nearly as fast as you do with the other method. Even a controller player can hit the zipline crouch with this method. On a side note, instead of grabbing the zipline from the top, you can grab it from the bottom in order to crouch down a floor. This is actually extremely useful when you're trying to escape a gunfight. The last method to perform a zipline crouch is simply by walking backwards, so all you want to do is hold S, look up, hit E, and then hit crouch. That easy. You can also do the same thing to go downwards. Alright, up next we have the zipline crouch into wall bounce. So you're going to grab the zipline from the highest point, crouch off of it, tap strafe towards the wall, and then wall bounce. I don't really know how to break it down past that, so I'm just going to show you all the different variants you can do. So this is walking backwards into a zipline wall bounce. It's actually probably easier than the first variant I showed you guys, because you don't have to turn at all. And this is going downwards with the walking backwards tech. Alright guys, next up we have zipline jumps. So unlike zipline crouches, we are going to be jumping off of the zipline. So to do this, we're going to look down instead of up. And the use for this, I'll show you. So you can actually chain this into a wall bounce as well. I haven't really found too many other uses yet, but you'll probably see it in future videos. Alright, up next we have falling into zip crouch wall bounce. So like its name suggests, we are going to be falling down the shaft, crouching off the zip line, and then chaining it into a wall bounce. As long as you've mastered the first variant of the zipline wall bounce, this should be quite easy. Literally the only thing we're adding is falling. One thing you'll have trouble with when learning this tech is jump fatigue. So right here, I jump off the ground and have jump fatigue, so the wall bounce doesn't work. And then here's me simply falling down the shaft without jump fatigue and the wall bounce works. Understanding how jump fatigue interacts with zipline wall bounces is kind of confusing, so I made a guide about it in my jump fatigue tips and tricks part 1 video, so make sure you guys check that out. So next, I'm going to show you guys how to cancel jump fatigue when going up the zipline. Now, if you watch my jump fatigue tips and tricks video part 1, you would know that super jumping up the zipline gives you jump fatigue and makes doing the zipline wall bounce completely impossible. Now, one solution is to just not super jump at all and ride up the zip in a straight line. However, I think doing no movement just so you can do a wall bounce at the end is kind of a stupid idea. Luckily, we've recently discovered a new movement tech that I like to call the Mantle crouch. The Mantle crouch allows you to super jump up the zip and do a zipline wall bounce. This is because when we mantle the wall here, our jump fatigue is immediately eliminated. So make sure you guys check out the Mantle crouch video so you can learn how to do this. With this movement tech, you can go both up a floor and you can go down a floor. I also made another variant of this tech that I like to call a mantle jump. So unlike the mantle crouch, what I'm doing here is I'm replacing the crouch input with a jump input off of the zip line. To hit this bounce, you're going to have to jump off while looking to the left. So you want to jump out of the zip line while looking slightly to the left so that you land on the glass. So up next we have the float jump created by the Evil Inside. So normally if you do a zipline jump, you cannot tap strafe out of it, unless it's a super jump. But I'm talking about just regular zipline jumps, you cannot tap strafe out of them. I'm scrolling up here, but it doesn't matter. No matter how many times I try, I cannot tap strafe. But this all changes with the float jump. So this here is the float jump. It looks just like a regular zipline jump, but you're able to tap strafe out of it. To do the float jump, you're going to grab the zipline and then hit crouch and jump near simultaneously. You're going to hit crouch and jump with the same timing that you would normally do a super jump. Alright, so now we are going to wall bounce out of a float jump. So this is a regular zipline wall jump, and now I'm going to show you a float jump. So with the float jump, you don't even touch the ground. Because you don't touch the ground, you don't use your slide, and you also go slightly farther than a regular zipline wall bounce. But anyways, that's the end of the guide. Let me know what you guys think.